Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Ascension Playground. My name is Ursi, and I'm joined by my dear star sister, Linda. Hi, Linda, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We're here to offer a gift for anyone who may find it difficult to find the stillness within your heart center. We're living in such a time of chaos and turbulence that Linda has graciously offered, and I will help assist, a Stargate. This is a Stargate that can help bring you, if you close your eyes, and Linda will guide us on how to do this. But this technology of a Stargate came through a gentleman named Prageet Harris, and it has the energetics of a being named Alcazar. This is all in love. This is all to support humanity. But we're coming on to do a very short Stargate experience. So it'll be like a channeled meditative opportunity, but there is a particular progression when you open a Stargate. You're literally going to be traveling into these other dimensions, other parts of beingness to open you, to help center. And there's nothing to do. We would actually recommend, if you'd like, to get comfortable, to close your eyes. And if you prefer, you can lay down or you can sit on the floor or in nature. Linda, I'm going to hand this over to you. And thank you for saying yes to the calling that we heard, that there are those who would like to learn how to remain still in this age of chaos.
Thank you. Yes. So the Stargate actually has a consciousness, and it's a portal to other dimensions. And something that's important to know is that you don't have to have a Stargate or even know how it looks. Just your intention of calling in a Stargate will will work. So because we're working in the quantum field. So if you'd all like to just, as Ursula said, just get quiet and just close your eyes. And it's important to also be able to, when I say um, asking inside, to mentally ask inside, because it's important for you to ask yourself, because there's free will, and if you don't ask, then you don't have to participate. But so okay, so if we want to just close our eyes, take a deep breath. And I'll tell you first what we're going to do, and then I'll do the ask inside. So first we're going to call for the energy from Mother Earth. So asking inside, we call for the energy from Mother Earth. And just imagine the energy coming up from the very core of our, our wonderful planet, the Mother energy, the grounding, safety, nurturance that we get from Mother Earth. So again, asking inside, we call for the energy from Mother Earth. And as the energy comes up quickly, 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 and enters through our feet and fills our entire body with this beautiful nurturing energy from Mother Earth, Gaia, Gaia. And next we'll call for the energy from Father Sky. So asking inside, we call for the energy from Father Sky. And just imagine the energy just pouring down from the heavens, entering through our crown chakras and filling our entire bodies with this energy from Father Sky. So now we have a combination of energies from Mother Earth and Father Sky, filling every cell of our being. And next, we're to call for the presence of an etheric stargate or an imaginary stargate. So asking inside, we call for the presence of an etheric stargate. And just imagine sitting in the center of a pyramid, just sitting in the very center, And by intention, the Stargate will quickly form around you. This sacred geometric structure forming around you, creating this powerful portal to other dimensions. And next, we'll call for an activation of the Stargate. So asking inside, we call for an activation of the Stargate. And again, just imagine the energy starting to build within the Stargate itself, starting to move quicker and quicker from the third dimension to the fourth, as the energy starts to build, moving on to the fifth dimension, now the sixth. And at the seventh dimension, we pause as these energies all start to merge together, forming a strong field. So we're to call for a strong seventh dimensional energy field. So asking inside, we call for a strong seventh dimensional energy field. And some of you may even be able to feel this change in the frequencies. And some of us, we just can imagine that it's there because the energy is getting stronger and stronger within our stargates. And now we'll move on to the eighth dimension as the energy starts to build even stronger to the ninth. The energy is starting to swirl within the stargate itself to the 10th, getting stronger and stronger to the 11th. And again, at the 12th dimension, we pause. And we're going to call for a strong 12th dimensional energy field. So asking inside, we call for a strong 12th dimensional energy field. And at the 12th dimension, there is no time or space. We are now in the quantum field, that which connects everything. And I'm going to also call for a connection to the entire Stargate morphic field. There are Stargates all over the world. And so asking inside, we call for a connection to the entire Stargate morphic field. Just feel that surge of energy coming in. And next, we're to call for the presence of the angelic realm. We'll call for the presence of the angels. So asking inside, we call for the presence of the angels. And again, just imagine the angels all starting to congregate around you. You could ask for them to come closer. Some even feel a little peck on the cheek, or just to feel the presence of all the angels that are actually always with you, but who cannot interfere unless we ask. So just feel the presence of loving, unconditional love of the angels. And next we'll call for the presence of the archangels. Particularly, I call in the presence of Archangel Michael and Metatron. Metatron being very much associated with the Stargate. So asking inside, we call for the presence of the archangels, Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, and all the other archangels who are here, being part of this meditation. And next, we'll call for the Counsel of the Elohim, known as the angels on high. So asking inside, we call for the presence of the Counsel of the Elohim. Just feel as the energy raises higher and higher. And next we'll call for the presence of the Ascended Masters. Mother Mary has always been associated with the Stargate, not the religious Mother Mary, but the pure essence of Mother Mary, her compassion and her unconditional love. So asking inside, we call for the presence of Mother Mary. We also call for the presence of Jesus, Sananda, Yeshua, bringing in the unconditional love of the masculine. So asking inside, we call for the presence of Jesus. And next, calling for their counterparts from the east, we'll call for the presence of Kuan Yin and Buddha. So asking inside, we call for the presence of Kuan Yin and Buddha. And there are many, many other ascended masters who are part of the Stargate. But for now, we'll ask these to represent the beautiful masculine and feminine balance of the ascended masters. And next, we'll call for the presence of our star ancestors, the star beings, and all the other galactics who are here around the earth as we're in this process of transformation, as we're awakening to this new awareness, this new frequency of connection. So asking inside, we're going to call for the presence of the Arcturians and the Pleiadians who seated the earth, in the Arcturians who seated the Pleiades. So part of our ancestral line. But asking inside, we call for the presence of the Pleiadians and the Arcturians. And there are so many others. We'll acknowledge the presence of the Syrians. So asking inside, we call for the presence of the Syrians. Oh, there's so many. Just as a group, we'll call for the presence of the Lyrans, those from Orion. There's so many. Yes. We just acknowledge the presence of all of our galactic ancestors and sisters and brothers who are uh, in our realm, in our space, here to assist us. In particular, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the Masters of Xenon, who are beings who come when a planet is about to ascend, who assist us in increasing and growing our ability to have strong intuitions. So, asking inside, we call for the presence of the Masters of Xenon. And I'd also like to call for the presence of the planets, or acknowledge the planets of the planetary energies. In particular, we'll call for the presence of the sun, or the energy from the sun. So asking inside, we call for the energy from the sun as we sit on this cusp of the equinox. And also the strong energies from Saturn and Neptune. So asking inside, we call for the presence of the energies from both Saturn and Neptune, bringing the potential and the strong possibilities of manifesting our dreams, bringing our dreams into reality. And again, there are so many other planets who are part of our creation, and we acknowledge all of you, planets, asteroids, other heavenly bodies who are very much a part of this time of transformation. Mm. Yes, there's so many. It's hard to not acknowledge all, but for the sake of time, we'll welcome you all. We acknowledge you all, and we thank you for your presence. Mm. And so each of you may have particular beings who are part of your team who you'd like to call in. So feel free to do that at this point. Mm, such a beautiful field. All right. So let's all take a deep breath. And just fill your hearts with so much gratitude. We have so much support. And take another deep breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Thank you, Linda. We're going to add a special message that Linda shared from a recent gathering with Marilyn, channeling in Zazar. May this energy of love and light add to your journey onward and inward. When you're ready.
Okay. Your unique frequency becomes part of a new civilization field, woven from ancient wisdom, cosmic guidance, and human unity. Every breath you take, every act of kindness, every spark of creativity helps build the new earth. You are a builder of timelines. You are a bearer of light. This is from Zazar.
Thank you for joining us today on the Ascension Playground. We'll see you next time.